Shalawam. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Kakadash. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. 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 It's 4 times for mercy of Yahweh for the Israelites. You want to say Shalawam to the Akim and Aqua and Ahabadah to the church. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of GMS. And this is just a rant right quick. We got a storm down here in Florida coming through. And it's not a rant, it's just a testimony, really, yeah. We got a storm coming through down here in Florida. And well, let me start from the beginning. Just got hired onto this new job at the plantation, so you know how it is. You know, as an Israelite, I mean, we're going to be different from everybody else. Those that are practicing the truth. Those that have been blessed with the truth. It's truth. The true understanding. The breadth, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That we are the people of the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And we are Yasha Allah, Prince of the Power. And 2/3 may not believe that, or they don't, you know, because, I mean, the elders and all the brothers who've been in the truth for a long time, they go out to camp, and they go out to camp, man, and we read scripture and we tell people, you know, we tell people what the scriptures say, you know, and if it's not given to you, then, you know, sorry for you. You know, if you can't grasp it, you know, then it wasn't given to you through the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. So, the Wadi Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, I know. But anyway, so I started this job, and I heard it said that if you want people to like you, just say yes to every fucking thing. But if you want people to respect you, you gotta tell them no sometimes. So I had to tell a job no, you know. And they want us to work in this storm. So I told them no, man. And like the teachers tell us, man, at camp, man, you know, like when they was talking about that Jabberwocky, that Biden juice, you had to get it in order to keep your job. Man, we was being edified, man. We was being covered, man, at camp, man. We was being taught, you know, power, you know, trusting Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, trusting our Father. And that's what we did, and that's what I did. And that's what I'm going to continue to do, because I ain't have to take it. You know, just towards the end, the job came and said, man, that's a personal choice. Y'all ain't got to take it if you don't want to. And I ain't taking it. The Wadi Habashim Shai, everybody in my family took it. They still alive. You know, it affects people differently. So I've been praying for my family anyway. And through Yahweh's mercy, you know, they still here. But yeah, I had to tell the job, man, look, you know, through this understanding of the truth, and being edified by the elders of GMS, and the camp that I attend, my teachers, they're going to the history. They're going to our history as Israelites, man. You know, we take care of our family. I mean, the scriptures tell us we got to take care of our family. So take care of our family first, and Israelites first. One to another. So, I had to tell him, man, my family come before this job now. So I'm not coming in. And I prayed about it before. I prayed about it first before I spoke about it. Because lately that's what I've been doing. I pray about things and then I do it. And I ask that it be within Yahweh's will. And I do it. I come out all right. I come out great every time. Power doesn't, Yahweh Bashim Mashah, he don't fail us, man. And we coming into some trying times where, things are going to be, we are going to be tested. So I pray that he gives me the strength to finish in everything I do with this truth on the job, whatever I endeavor in. I pray for a finishing spirit, for a spirit to finish until the end. So Wadi Halbashim Al Shah, whoever this might reach, family first. And I mean family, I'm talking about Israel. I got some wicked ass niggas in my family. And they I got a long line of preachers and of that fake ass Christianity bullshit. So family first. And that's Yahshua. That's Israel. It's the nation of Israel. And that's what gave me the courage too to stand up. Cause normally I wouldn't stand up, you know what I'm saying? Cause I've had a fear. I don't know why, but I've had a fear of crackers, man, of Edomites for a long time. Growing up, man, I had a fear. That was something I had to work on. That was something I had to work on, man, because I was real fearful of them. I mean, I would fight a nigga. Shalakia. I'll fight, yeah. Protect myself or protect my family or something. Yeah, I'll fight. But it was a fear that I had of them. Whenever the police ran up on me, I didn't approach them. I wasn't raised around them. I was raised in the South Bronx, so, you know what I'm saying? And it was just Jake and Ephraim in the South Bronx when I was growing up in the 80s. It was just Jake and Ephraim. So, I had a fear of them. And I remember my dad, he was a union rep. And he was real outspoken when it came to them. And it was always in my household, in my uncle's household, how foul the Edomites are. And it was the Nation of Islam, the fruit of it. Yeah, FOY. It was a lot of militant organizations that my uncles and my dad, were affiliated with. So I'm talking about from the soldier in the street to the officers in these Edomites organizations, man. Like I had one uncle, he was the head of fundraising for the United College Negro Fund. Then I got another uncle. He was militant in the street, protesting and things like that in the 60s when the truth came out. So that environment, I was raised in that environment, and so, my dad had me watch the news when I was younger. I was always watching the news with him. And so he would point out, who these people are. I think this was Nixon, about the time of Nixon. And I always hear him, Tricky Dick. That's what they called him back then, Tricky Dick. But Nixon was doing that Watergate shit. Then you had Muhammad Ali just beating the hell out of Jerry Cooney. And any other, it was no great white hope out there in boxing, so it was like Jake was like all over the place back then. Jake was all in, Jake was into everything. So, I had a fear of him. And when Yahweh Bashim Shah presented this truth to me through these Israelite brothers on the job, you know what I'm saying? And so I read a little more and I understood the curses. And, that we would be in fear. We would be in fear, night and day, wishing it was day or wishing it was night, and we would be in fear of our lives, all the time from the sword of Yahweh Bashim Shah. So through the scriptures, I understood who Esau is. And that helped me with my fear of him. So now I can look at him in the eye and I know who he is and what he is. He's a baseman. So he's the lowest. And I just found this out through the brothers that it wasn't that far. All right, according to their history, according to their bullshit history, they were in the caves thousands of years ago. But that's bullshit. They were in the caves recent. They just came out the goddamn caves. Them motherfuckers just came out the caves. Because I was talking to the brother Azaria and one of my teachers at the camp, and we was going over that. And he was showing me where it's at in scripture, and they hide themselves, they hide themselves with everybody's, through everybody, so through the scriptures, I understand who Esau is, but through the scriptures, I also understand who I am and my culture and our high holy days. Helps me identify with my culture, because like the brother Nahal you just brought out, he brought out a lesson on the day of the feast of tabernacles, and I was just envisioning that in my mind, like a nation of people, and we outside, or we wherever we at, and all of us are building these tents, or these I forget what word he used, but like tents, with palm trees and olive branches, and we we supposed to stay in the tents, and like nobody's giving the Negro here in America any of their culture. Nobody's giving that. You start, because before the truth, I always thought we started as slavery. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody tell us nothing else. There was nothing else except the elders and the apostles of GMS who went in those libraries and studied and got better at it. And Yahweh Bashim Shah, he kept bringing us, giving us a more purer understanding of ourselves, bringing out what is already in us. You know what I'm saying? So to educate just, I forget the Hebrew or Greek word for it, but it just means to bring out what's already in you. So, the scriptures say that we will remember ourselves in the land of our captivity, and we will call on, I'm just paraphrasing, we will call on the name of Yahweh Bashim Shah, and the water for that, because, I have some culture, because, before this understanding of the truth, there was like nothing I could look back on and be like, and see my people. You know what I'm saying? But it's right, It was sitting on my dresser collecting dust the whole time. You know, my history book was sitting on my nightstand collecting dust. The Wadi Al Shimon Shah, that is our history. So through the scripture, I'm understanding who I am, who we are as a nation of people, what we're supposed to do. Laws and statutes and commandments was given to us to make us different from everybody else. And I exercised that today. Wadi Haba Shema Shah. You know, my family come first before your job. You know what I'm saying? Because like Nahal said, man, you can give them back their job, get another one. You know? And it's a beautiful thing. This is a beautiful thing right here. When you working, right, at these plantations, and you know your power. I know the power's name. He's listening when I speak to him in the Hebrew. You know, I'm an apple of his eye. You know, and you just, how can I say it? It's like you just have enough to cover all the bills, food, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? The Wadi Al Shema Shah. I love to live like that because it increases my faith. You know, I love to live like that. I said that recently, and you gotta stand on it. You gotta believe it. You gotta believe it. You know what I'm saying? And it's always enough to pay everybody and still have to give or to get the camp. You know what I'm saying? To Wadi Al Shema Shah, man. You know, it's just enough. It's all he gives. You know, I like living like that. It's beautiful. But yeah, so pretty much we're gonna recap. I'm gonna recap. I told them crackers, I ain't coming to work. I ain't working in that motherfucking storm. My family gotta be first. I gotta make sure they got water, they protected, you know what I'm saying? My house is secure, boom. You know, and then I'll come into work. That's what I told them. Reality is, you know what I'm saying, we gotta work while we're here. So the Wadi Al Shema Shah had some time to think. At first I just text him, look, I'm calling out right now. Don't worry about me coming in. And then I thought about it, the spirit, Yahweh Shema Shah put that spirit, all right, you gotta be wise as a serpent, gentle as a dove. Okay. Text him back, say, look, let me make sure my house is in order first, and then I'll come out to work. So here go the response back. I text him, I say, family first, let me make sure my family is okay, and then I'll come to work. I'm sure you can understand that, right? So the text came back, said, family first, make sure your house is in order. Same exact words. Make sure your house is in order. And I'll call you if we think it's safe. Right. Right. Safety first. It's a family first. Be safe. I'll call you. My phone is on. I'll call you if we need you. Like that. So Kawadi Al Shema Shah, you know. Yeah. But the longer Yahweh Shema Shah allows us the eyesight to see and understand the scriptures, and we trust in them and we use them. You know, we get an understanding of what the situation is through the scriptures, and we apply the principles of those situations in our life today. Because this is scripture that says, it talks about the law, statutes, and commandments. If we keep them now, that will be all right. If we keep, I believe that's what it is. Because I just heard it said somewhere in an epistle on YouTube somewhere. There was a scripture that said that if we use these laws and statutes, that we'll be okay. Let me see if I can get it. Let me see if I can get it.